Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 will blow your mind. Alright, as most of you have probably heard by now, the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen is scheduled to be released in the summer of 2023, in the month of July to be more precise. So I thought that maybe I should make a video about something you should know before watching the second season. Obviously, you'll have to watch the first season, that goes without saying, but in case you haven't, don't worry about the spoilers while watching this video. We'll be going into the fundamentals of Jujutsu Kaisen's narrative as well as the story's connection with the prequel movie that came out last year. Heck, this video might end up inspiring you to watch this phenomenal battle shonen as well. Well then, you ready for it? When Jujutsu Kaisen first came out, many irrational Naruto fanboys called it a copy of Naruto, and many others compared it to Bleach, but unbiased viewers all agree, and although Jujutsu Kaisen may have taken inspiration from other mainstream battle shonen, it still has its own unique identity. Plus, female characters are actually respected in this anime unlike Naruto, so there's that. Anyways, so as I was saying, Jujutsu Kaisen is a modern day battle shonen that many use the stereotypes to start things off, but it is never confined or restricted by them. The story is a unique blend of genres such as supernatural, action, and horror. There is subtle humor and no unnecessary fan service. As for the plot, it starts off with an uncanny boy named Yuji Itadori. Despite looking like a regular teen, he has an extraordinary body for some reason that allows him to easily shock everyone else without even realizing it. Remember what happens in the first, how his grandpa casually dies after telling him to use his strength to save others. This death isn't that melodramatic. It is nonchalant and somewhat ordinary. Then, at the end of the episode, crazy stuff happens. Megumi shows up and a few events lead to Yuji consuming a cursed finger. He couldn't even begin to comprehend that the finger had consumed belongs to the King of Curses named Ryomen Sakuna, an enlightened enigma who lived over 1,000 years ago. He consumed the finger and becomes the vessel for Sukuna, but quite surprisingly, he somehow manages to retain control over his body. This leads our boy to the Sorcerer Society, and that basically exists in the shadows of the modern day world. There are sorcerers who exercise curses, powerful families who control the politics of the Sorcerer Society, and strong individuals. Think of it this way, there is cursed energy everywhere because of negative human emotions. When large amounts of this energy are directed somewhere, be it a place or a person, a cursed spirit is born. Ryomen Sakuna is the King of Curses, but he has been laying dormant for the past 1,000 years. And because Itadori Yuji has now consumed one of Sukuna's 20 fingers, the high authorities of the Sorcerer Society start seeing him as a threat. Still, he becomes part of a trio. The other two are named Megumi Fushiguro and somewhat stoic and serious guy who has a deep past, and a girl named Nobara Kugisaki. She is like Sukuna Haruno, but 100 times better. Honestly, I can't stress this enough, the female characters in Jujutsu Kaisen are straight up badasses. No cheap romance shills whatsoever, just pure badassery. So, if you're tired of watching all these battle shonen where the female characters are lame or one-dimensional, you are going to have a great time watching Jujutsu Kaisen. There is mature comedy, thrilling action, and since the first season and the prequel movie were animated by Studio Madhouse, you can expect some crispy animations and fire visuals. Plus, kind of like how the trio of Jujutsu Kaisen sort of resembles Team 7 from Naruto, we also have someone who resembles Kakashi, but do not let first appearances fool you. The only thing similar between Kakashi and Gojo Satoru is their role and face masks. Their personalities are totally different, not to mention, in context of Jujutsu Kaisen, Gojo Satoru is absurdly powerful. He is like the most powerful sorcerer to ever exist, and that is not an exaggeration when you consider how he commands infinity as one of his abilities. It's so cool. And this is just a pretext, the base premise. You'll definitely have to watch the first season to truly understand what makes this show such a fun watch, which then brings us to the prequel movie that came out in December 2021, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. It serves as a prequel to the entire Jujutsu Kaisen anime and not just the second season, which means that even if you haven't watched the first season, you can watch the prequel movie. And of course, if you haven't watched the prequel movie but have watched the first season, you can just go into the second season and still understand the plot. The protagonists in the movie are the seniors of Itadori Megumi and Kugisaki. I highly recommend watching it, by the way, and in case you're wondering, the manga content for the movie came out before the story that was adapted in the first season, which is why if you want more context on the entire Jujutsu Kaisen world and story, there is no reason to not watch the movie. Ideally, you should watch it before the second season. Yamada. There is also something to be said about the story from here on out. Manga readers have been hyping up the Shibuya arc for years, and for a very good reason. There will be a lot of ruckus when the anime finally adapts it, but then there is the stuff that comes after the Shibuya arc. Jujutsu Kaisen continues to subvert expectations. The battle system is so damn complex, you're better off paying attention in calculus class. Yet, it is also so damn cool that you can't help but get excited about it. Another thing is that it never shies away from going dark. There is something that can be seen in Chainsaw Man as well. You see, the traditional battle shonen anime can sometimes be too light, but since Jujutsu Kaisen always classifies as horror, in the end, Jujutsu Kaisen isn't here to do anything revolutionary. Rather, it is just doing a great job of telling its story. There is a saying that the devil is always into the details, and well, that can be said about the author of Jujutsu Kaisen as well. As for now, if you're an anime-only fan, all you need to do is catch up on the first season and the movie. Indeed, the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 will blow your mind. Alright, what do you guys think of Jujutsu Kaisen? Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, a like and subscribe will be most welcome, and if you're feeling particularly giddy regarding what we talked about in this video, that super thanks button is always ready to be pressed by you at any moment now. Yep, any and all support is genuinely appreciated. And with that said, I'll see you guys on my next video.